But today we have a fun episode, sort of. I'm going to be reading, it's a very, very, I'm going to be reading to you guys the top 10 worst fast food desserts on the planet according to dietitians. And this is not like everyone knows, like this is not some, these aren't like healthy like items that are disguised as being healthy but are actually bad for you. Like this is common knowledge. This is all really bad for you. Like this isn't groundbreaking. This is all really bad for you in terms of like carbs, sugar, saturated fats, processed stuff. So there's a hair on the mic. So it's not like I'm not trying to like expose the industry. I'm not like picking out a smoothie and saying, well, this is actually really bad for you. No, this is like all common knowledge. This is all really bad for you. It's very obvious. It's not groundbreaking. It's not a discovery. I'm not exposing anything. I'm just reading to you some of the worst fast food desserts on the planet. 10 of them, which is funny because all these look really good. Like all these look really good. I would definitely have all of them or try them at least once. But now that I'm kind of into counting calories and stuff and I know about stuff now. This is actually pretty fun for me to read and I wanted to share some with you. Okay. Yeah, that's my podcast topic today. We might do some other stuff, but that's what we're going to start with. Okay. And let's get this going. Okay. The top 10 worst fast food desserts on the planet, according to dietitians. Burger King chocolate Oreo shake, right here. Okay, if you're heading to Burger King and want to skip their chocolate Oreo shake, this has 674 calories, 91 grams of sugar, and this Oreo cookie shake is more than a dessert. It's likely more calories than what a meal should be for most people. So yeah, it's the Burger King chocolate Oreo shake. It has, just to give you an idea, 91 grams of sugar is a little more than 1/3 of a cup, which is way more than what you should have, she adds. In fact, the American Heart Association recommends a max of 9 teaspoons of sugar for men and 6 teaspoons of sugar for women. Pretty funny because a teaspoon is in fact way different than a tablespoon. Like way different because I have a little thing. Okay, so anyways, number 9, White Castle fudge dipped brownie on a stick. Ooh, that's on a stick. This one's not that bad. It's only 240 calories, 12 grams of fat, 7 grams of saturated fat, 90 milligrams of sodium, 34 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of protein. And it even has 1 gram of fiber. That doesn't sound that bad. Is it just me or does that sound bad? It's easy to see the hype surrounding this rich chocolate brownie that you can take on the go, but the amount of sugar is already getting close to your daily recommended limit. With 240 calories and 26 grams of sugar, 40% of the total calories of this fudge-dipped brownie on a stick dessert comes from sugar. While lower in calories, it's only 240. I think one of my Cliff Bars is 240. It also has 12 grams of fat, which is 45% of the total calories and means that 85% of this dessert's calories come from sugar and fat. So I guess it's a big block of sugar and fat. Okay, this one's a popular one. So far, I've tried 0 of these. I do want to see. I haven't even looked at this list, by the way, guys. So I have not listened. We're going over this together because I haven't looked at it. So far, I haven't tried any of these. Okay, number 3, Dairy Queen Brownie Dough Blizzard. Oh my God. Oh, a large blizzard, 1,400 calories. 65 grams of fat, 32 grams saturated fat, 610, how does this not kill you? 610 milligrams of sodium, 193 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fiber, 150 grams sugar, and 27 grams of protein. Of course, you'll want to order one of these famous blizzards if you stop at Dairy Queen, but it may be helpful to note that this dessert is packed full with more saturated fat and sugar than is recommended to eat in one day. Made with brownie dough, chocolate chunks, and cocoa fudge blended with the world-famous soft-serve to blizzard treat ice cream, this dessert packs 1,400 calories, 150 grams of sugar, and 32 grams of saturated fat. Yikes! That is, you guys, that is really bad. I would definitely love to, considering the general daily value calorie recommendation is 200, or sorry, oh yeah, well, the general daily value of caloric intake for people is less than 2,000 calories a day. This dessert is 70% of the total calories you should eat in a day. Additionally, the AHA recommends somewhere around 13 grams of saturated fat per day. That means this dessert is almost 3 times the limit of saturated fat that you should be getting daily. So yeah, that is the, oh wait, what did I just call that? Oh yeah, the Dairy Queen brownie dough blizzard. Still haven't tried it yet. Okay. Next, number 4, the Arby's Jamocha Shake. Per large shake, 700 calories, 20 grams of fat, 13 grams of saturated fat, 420 milligrams of sodium, 116 grams of carbs, 15 grams of protein. Arby's has more than just their famous curly fries. If you're in the mood for something sweet, you can choose from their collection of delicious shakes. Unfortunately, these shakes, like most fast food milkshakes, are loaded with calories, sugar, and fat. This frosty chocolate coffee treat packs 700 calories, 97 grams of sugar, and 13 grams of saturated fat. So while it may taste good and give you a little caffeine fix, this shake may be one to leave behind, or at least enjoyed in a smaller size. Nothing about what this is saying is turning me off of these. I want to try all of them still. Shake Shack cookies and cream. Oh my gosh. Per shake, 850 calories, 44 grams of fat, 580 milligrams of sodium. I think one of the craziest things whenever I was, well, I always find it so crazy how something so sweet can have so much salt. How do they do that? Anyone know? Like ketchup. Ketchup doesn't taste salty at all, but apparently ketchup has tons of sodium. So does Coke. Coca-Cola has tons of sodium. But why do they have so much sodium? Well, I don't know. Okay. Anyways, so according to Lisa Young, author of Finally Full, Finally Slim. Ooh, I might want to read that. Anyways, she says the cookies and cream shake at Shake Shack are no exception, with 86 grams of sugar and more calories than most people eat in an entire meal. Yeah. 850 is actually a lot hard to get to. Oh, that was it for that one. Okay. What number are we on? Well, I don't know what number we're on, but the next one is McDonald's M&M Flurry. 640 calories, 21 grams of fat, 14 grams of saturated fat, and 200 milligrams of sodium, 96 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of fiber, 13 grams of protein. Young also adds that the McDonald's M&M Flurry to her list of worst fast food desserts. These are big, caloric, and full of fat, including artery-clogging saturated fat, as well as tons of added sugar, she explains. This person, Young, this is a doctor, recommends staying away from the most of these ice cream and or custard types of dessert. They often feature candy, chocolate, and other toppings that pack on calories, she says. Okay, well, this part of the article and my presentation about this, I can leave out because everyone knows this is shit. Like, you don't get this just because you're trying to take care of your body. You get it as a treat. I think some people get a little too many treats. But so far, none of these are as big as that Dairy Queen one. Yeah, that Dairy Queen one should have been last because those are... Okay, so the next one is a Dunkin' frozen chocolate. Yum. The sodium... Okay, so they all look so good. per large size, 890 calories, 18 grams of fat, 330 milligrams of sodium, 175 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of protein. I love how some of these have protein in them. I'm a big fan of protein, big protein fan. The sodium and fat in the Dunkin' frozen chocolate may be lower than some of the other desserts on this list, but this drink deals a whopping 158 grams of sugar in one large size, which is over 4 times the daily recommendation sugar limit for men and 6 times the limit for suggested for women. Oh my gosh, have you guys ever had a intense sugar spike? Like a big spike of sugar? It actually feels horrible. I once had this fudge brownie type of thing in the middle of a long ride. I was in the UK actually riding for 3 hours, and we stopped. And for some reason, I just got this horrible, oh my God, it was the sweetest thing ever. I thought I was having some sort of insulin, blood sugar, diabetic sort of something, because I was dizzy from how much sugar it was. Because it was I went from eating nothing, from riding and burning calories to this massive sugar dose. And the next thing I knew, I was dizzy, standing up and stuff. I was and I think it's called a hypoglycemic reaction. Don't quote me on that. Apparently the cure for that is actually more sugar or something. And don't quote me on that either. But I think it was a hypoglycemic reaction. It's where your sugar just spikes like crazy and you get dizzy, and it almost feels like you're bonking, except you're not, because you have so much sugar. It's the opposite of bonking, but it feels the same, is what my understanding is. It was awful. And now, so I'm wondering I feel like if I were to have one of these days, that would do that for me. Once you step away from some of this stuff for so long, it really does. I feel like all of these would make me feel sick. All of them. Oh my gosh. Another one, you guys. A&W's M&M Polar Swirl. Okay. Per large size, 1,190 calories, 43 grams of fat, 26 grams of saturated fat, 640 milligrams of sodium, 182 grams of carbs, and 24 grams of protein. The M&M Polar Swirl from A&W may taste delicious and satisfy your sweet cravings. However, with a whopping 162 grams of carbs, this is certainly one of the worst fast food desserts out there, along with having almost 6 times the recommended amount of sugar for an entire day. This ice cream dessert also has twice the recommended saturated fat. Yum! Yeah. I think of it something, if you can drink 1,000 calories in one sitting, your stomach is tough. Oh my gosh. They are getting really bad. I don't know how many more we have left. Oh, this is the last one. We blew through these. Wow, this one looks really bad though. Okay. Culver's chocolate concrete mixed with Reese's. Oh, that sounds so good. Per large size, 144 calories, 75 grams of fat. I can't get over that 1,400. Did I say 144? I meant 1,440 calories, 75 grams of fat, 682 milligrams of sodium, 170 grams of carbs, and 28 grams of protein. I don't know why, but the protein kind of offsets that. 28 grams of protein, that's kind of a lot, right? With over 1,440 calories, almost 40 grams of saturated fat, and 144 grams of sugar, you may be better off skipping this concrete mixture from Culver's. In fact, you could eat 2 entire pints of chocolate Haagen-Dazs ice cream and will still not consume as much sugar as there is in the Culver's concrete mixer. Wow. If I had to trade those, I would definitely do 2 entire pints of chocolate Haagen-Dazs. Guys, this can't feel good after drinking. You can't feel good after drinking this. You can't drink all this and go I feel great. And to think there's people who maybe drink one of these every day. Yeah, don't do that. Or do it. I don't know. Life is super short. Yeah, so those are the 10 worst fast food desserts on the planet. And by the way, it suggests limit saturated fats to 13 grams a day. Well, that was fun. Have you tried any of that? Has anyone listening to this tried any of those? Because they all look really good. But no, I haven't tried any of those myself personally. In fact, I'm trying to think. I don't think we have a single. Do we have a single? No, we do have one. I think we do have a McDonald's. So I live in a very small town, St. Albans, Vermont. And yeah, we have. I'm trying to think. I don't think we have any of these except for the McDonald's. I think that's the only one we have. Yeah, the rest of these I don't have anywhere. I don't think I've seen a Burger King in a year. Maybe at the airport. We don't have a White Castle. I don't know if we don't have a Dairy Queen. I don't know if I've ever heard of this Culver's. I've never heard of that. We don't have an Arby's. Yeah. Don't have a Shake Shack. Okay. Well, that was fun. If you have tried one of those, leave a comment and say, I tried one of those. But that was kind of my plan for today's podcast because not much has happened, and I just wanted to get out an episode and a YouTube video.